Hello, my name is Evie Laney, and I get to tell y'all the story of when I first met Grace Sammarco. It was my first day of St. Mary's in Miss Brendage's 7th grade science class. Grace and I were partners as we went around the room observing different tools. As we got to the test tubes, I picked one up to hand to Grace. It was just my luck that it slipped right between our hands and shattered all over the floor. I'll never forget the look of utter fear both Grace and I had on our faces. Thankfully, Miss Brendage's wrath wasn't as harsh as we feared, and we lived to tell the tale. Through the years, Grace has become very passionate about the things she loves, like anatomy, the environment, and her cat, Reggie. Her passion and beautifully long eyelashes add such great character to the class of 2018, and we wouldn't be the same without her. So give it up for Anna Grace Sammarco.
I am a collector of things. I have many random collections of things ranging from foreign money to old astronomy and science magazines. Usually they don't start out as collections. I just tend to accumulate the same things over time until all of a sudden they become a collection. This is what happened with my most valued collection, my dead flowers and plants. Although this might come across as a botched attempt at botany, I promise it isn't. If I'm being honest, I grow some pretty lovely plants. No, this is me telling you that I love to keep dead plants that are already dead. I like to keep them because they aren't dead to me. To me, my dead plants carry more life in them than when they were alive. I keep my dead plants in all kinds of places, but I think the most careless addition to my collection is the dried up iris in my bathroom that I never bother to throw away. I don't ever care to deal with it. I always just leave it. It sits in the corner behind bottles of makeup remover and containers of hairspray. But I know that when I look at it, it might as well be springtime, and I might as well be holding it in my hands at Springfest all over again. I see all of the white dresses, I see Julia walking down the aisle, and I see the girls I've been with for all of my life. I know that as I go off to college, that iris will stay here in Memphis, just as Springfest and St. Mary's will. But I'll always carry the memories that the dead iris holds. Sometimes I'll go pick up the wilted hydrangea flower on my dresser. Each time I pick it up, it is heavy, but each time I put it down, it is light. I carry in that flower the weight of the thoughts that I pick it up with, and when I set it down, those thoughts and their weight remains in that wilted flower. It has almost been a year since it has been alive, which means that it has almost been a year since my grandmother has been alive. I carry with me the weight of my grandmother's death, but that weight is tangible in the hydrangea that I took off the wreath I gave her at her funeral. Every now and then, once I've freshened up with my iris in the bathroom and picked up the dresser hydrangea on my way to bed, I curl up right before sleep with my journal that holds my 4-leaf clover. But with this final dead plant, I carry my lightest memory and my best secret. It is not really a 4-leaf clover. One time, after a particularly difficult day, I went to the park with a friend. She picked up a 3-leaf clover and said, "Here's a 4-leaf clover to change your luck." Confused and a little frustrated, I told her that the clover only had 3 leaves. She smiled, picked a single leaf off of another 3-leaf clover, and said to me, "I expected you to say that. I have a 4-leaf clover here, like I said, to change your luck." At that moment, it became the best clover I will ever see because it taught me my most valuable lesson. No one is in control of my life or my luck but me. I can choose to see the world as a 3-leaf clover, never able to give me any goodness, or I can make it into my own 4-leaf clover and make my own goodness. As I carried that 4-leaf clover home that day, I carried hope. Hope that helps me carry all of the other things I carry in all of my other dead plants. Lots of things will happen in your life. Some will be wonderful, like growing up at St. Mary's, and some will be not so wonderful, like experiencing the death of someone that you love. Maybe one of the things that happens is that you start a collection, maybe even one of dead plants. But no matter what happens, no matter what you collect, all that matters is how you choose to see it and what you choose to have it carry. And hopefully that includes hope, optimism, and perseverance. Thank you.